Hello, everybody. And it's a Saturday fun day. I'm gonna be playing in camp, opening the whole thing up, and also spending some time in the Dawnvale that's in beta testing. Oh, I haven't really opened that up much. I've been waiting for when I was going to stream for that. I've just been merging dragons and whatnot in it. So that'll be coming up here soon. And I'm just spending a few chalices so that they're not overflowing. Waste not, want not when it comes to chances at getting purple stars. Alright. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. And yeah, I'll take these free things. Although I don't need the grass stuffs right now. The coins, yeah, we'll take those. Even though they're going to live in a bubble in that second camp. Alright. At least until I get some space opened there. Alright, so there we go. Hey, purple star, I'll take it. Don't tap it. Once you've got Dawnvale, you don't want to tap a star in the level because the gem that you get free would go to the second camp, but the star itself will go to the first camp. It's a whole pain in the butt. So, I just don't tap them. And then I know there's a tap in it when it's in camp. Alright, and that can rebuild now. I'll take these home. Although first I should check on the season thing. In case there's stuff being sent back too. There we go. No rewards just yet there. And let's check on that. We'll look at it later. Okay. It's trying to get me to go into Act 2. I don't need that right now. Not gonna deal with it. So, yeah. Takes a moment to get into the camps anymore. But yeah, we'll get there. And I don't want the bounty boxes. I wish they didn't cost so, or give so little for coin, but I'm freeing up the space either way. And I'm gonna get rid of that dangerous chest. This will be left here for bubbling at a later point, as I'll be coming back and forth for that. Alright. So, here's the thing. I've been purposefully keeping my camp smaller so that I can heal all of it off and or open it all up and whatnot during a video. And I've got all sorts of stuff sitting over top of the land that needs to get moved out of the way. Piles of coins. Piles of stones. Well, we'll leave those down there. They're not over the actual land. They're over a bit of cloud. Or over a bit of air. This needs to get moved. This needs to get moved off just a little bit. And that. This pile of bubbles right up here is life orbs of heaven. I've been saving them up. Alright, let's... make some space for those. Alright. Lots and lots of heavens here, as I said. And until all of this gets healed out, these dragons are going to be interested in flowers. Once the entirety is healed, they won't bug them anymore. Or they shouldn't, at least. That's my experience in the past. Alright. So let's open up a whole lot of land. I have the dragon power to do the whole of it. Taking care of all these statues is going to be so satisfying. Just opening this up is so satisfying too. Excuse me, dragon, I'm trying to tap that check mark. Thank you. Now that it moved its butt. Alright, there we go. Oh, this just, yeah. This is delicious. Okay, let's heal it out. That's one heavens we're gonna start with. Excuse me, dragon. And of course, these chests are going to go to the sell pile. Those super nest vaults are not worth opening. And just making organization go on here for where I will be bubbling other stuff. We'll get rid of that skull and bones, collect the coins. Gonna get rid of the mushroom. They're taking out one of those big statues. And we'll just get rid of the brambles. Takes a little bit of time for them to clear one of these big ones. It had 2,000 on it for the attacks it needed. Alright, so there we go. Setting off another. And we'll bring that down. I'm just going to collect the coins. We're going to put the mushroom down here for a bubbling session as well. Get rid of that. I'm going to sell the chest. Not really worth it to me. Get rid of these chests, because they do need to be unlocked if I were to get into them, and I'm not spending on that. Ooh, a tree. I'll bring that down here. I'll launch off another orb. A level 2 purple dragon star. I'll stick that down here. Sell off some more vaults. Flowers can come down here as well. I bubble a lot of stuff. I'll bring the nest down. Sell that off. And there's a mushroom there that's going to get bubbled in a little bit here. And that egg can come over here. That'll get bubbled eventually. Just in case I want it for later. I wish there were a way to freeze that as it is so that the dragons won't harvest them for these ancient dragon skulls. And we're going to sell that mega nest vault. It's not worth. Finish those up. These will get bubbled up as well when I get to it. Bring that nest down. Sell that jar. Mushroom will get bubbled when I get to it. Sell that vault chest. That grass will get bubbled. That grave will get bubbled. We're going to just get rid of the necro grass. Save myself a little time there. It's easily replaced. Same with that little mushroom. This grass will come down here to the bubbling fields. And we're taking out another one of those demon gates. A supreme demon gate this time. 2000 attack for that. And it's slowly taking that one out. Let's go. Well, what are you doing over there, dragon? Get on that. Come on. Okay, there we go. Alright, there's another one of those. And these higher level of the Gaia statues spitting out their flowers like usual. I'll make use of those. Alright, let's heal a little more and we'll get another statue maybe. And there's a level 10 of the life flower trees. Alright, we'll bring that nest down and that one down. Grab another one of these heavens, and we're going to come down here at the bottom side of the map now for a little bit. Because there's smaller heals down here. And I'm not spending gems to open that. Same with that nest vault, and we'll get rid of that. Alright, bring that nest over. Get rid of that necrograss. Get rid of that chest. Get rid of that chest. And that one. And that one, because it's just not worth dealing with them. Put that home there. And get rid of that chest. Yeah, it's not one that came in unlocked. Move that over, get rid of that chest. Get rid of the skulls, bring these eggs over. Purple star can come down here. Get rid of that chest. Get rid of that vault. Hey, Josh, how's it going? And we'll do these. Get rid of that rock pile. There's another Gaia statue. We're going to bring all these over this way. And, whoops. 5 merge those. 5 merge those. Get rid of the logs. Get rid of that rock. I'm just going to get rid of these for now because I don't need them clogging things up. I can easily replace them. Or easily enough. This is going to get brought over here for when it gets bubbled and added to my pile of them over here. Some of these piles are not exactly where I need them to be, but they're close enough. Alright. Get rid of that grass. We'll bring this hill over here. Let's see. Grab another one of these heavens. I might have got a little overboard with making those heavens, but I wanted to make sure I had enough. And I know this gets to be quite heal heavy at some point, but probably not as much as I thought it would be. Ah, so you got a couple hours to wait probably, since you went for the whole 14. It takes a while. So in 14, in terms of lore, the Aura are the ones that we know the most really about. There's like so many entries in the lore books with the game about the different tribes of the Aura. This needs to be down here because I've got a whole pile of those pawns down in here. Whole pile. Bounty box? No, it can go. Alright, that star will get bubbled up too. We're gonna move these over. These homes are gonna get moved. At some point, I'm going to actually reduce my home. Well, I'll merge them up, but I'll end up with only keeping one out just because I'm not going to need as much dragon power, dragon harvesting power. Well, then again, with the new Dawnvale thing, I might need it. I'll wait and see. And we'll merge those. For now, though, I'm shoving these off here, and let's grab another heavens. Yeah, I went way overboard with these heavens, I'm sure. But better too much than not enough. Get rid of that. Get rid of that vault. Level 2 star there. Definitely getting rid of that Mega Nest vault. 750 gems for that? No stinking way. And the super ones also are gonna go because no stinking way. And we'll bring that nest down. Bring that over. And that over because I'm going to bubble them up. I went way, way overboard with those. Over prepping, that's what I do. Got another one of those demon gates uncovered. Get rid of that. Pop that open. Get rid of that chest. Let's tap on this and get some more of these dragons involved. There we go. could always tap some of these out of here, and if I get this tapped on fast enough, I can get a whole herd of them out here. If I get them occupied before they go back in there. Oh, hello to your mom. Ah. I was saying that in 14, we have the most lore about the auras, which are the dragon-looking folks. They're the ones with the horns and scales. There's a whole bunch of different tribes of them, and there's lore that makes each of them unique. I don't know all the lore off the top of my head. I would have to dig into it. If you want a race that's one of the more rare, you're looking at the Rogadins or the Elizans, the 14 equivalent of an elf. And I can tell you this, Lalafels basically identify as loud. You can learn their language pretty easily. It's pretty much wah with arms raising. They'll admit to that, some of them. And we'll bring that chest down here. These homes can come up in here. And we'll pop these out so that I can get rid of those bubbles. And get rid of that chest. Get rid of that topsoil. I'm going to get rid of that hill. It's not worth saving it. It's easily replaced, like I said. And we'll get rid of that chest. I've merged there. I'm going to have a whole bunch of cleanup to do here shortly. Alright, let's heal some more. Grab another of these. Pop it off. Didn't heal all of it. Alright, we're going to bring this one over and heal out this chest so I can use this space over here. So you'll be able to do all of the jobs eventually. Oh wow, is she okay? Is she doing all right? And just a thing to remember also is whatever you pick now, you're always able to change. Initially, there's a couple of, at least one of the Fantasia potions that you'll get. And there's a couple of others that you can get free in the game, and then you can always purchase one. There are some people that are addicted to Fantasias. It's good that she's getting it checked out. Yes, that's very true. It scales for the leveling as you go along, but it's fairly easy to level up. Even if you go on a server that doesn't have the preferred world status, that just means you won't have the road to 90 buff. But you'll be okay. And we're gonna bring that up there, merge those, and that's a couple more flowers. And a soul crystal shard. Alright. Let's see, that'll come over here for bubbling in a bit. And another one of these heavens. Alright, and let's bring a couple more up here. Easily gonna take a few more of these, so it's taken more than I was thinking. But that's okay. And there's a life tree up there. And we'll get rid of that chest, or that vault. Get rid of that chest. And the piece de resistance. The 50,000 dragon power hit strike thing, or life on that. So, yeah. Let's get all of these dragons on that. And I'm going to tap on these and get some more out. And quickly get them over there. Quickly get them over there too. Let's get the whole, or as much of the herd out here as I can. Get them over there before they hop back into a home. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to tap on this. Trying to get a lot of dragons out here. If I can get them redirected before they get back in there. I think they're buggering off on me, even though I've got them over there. So I'm just going to sit back and enjoy this. Yeah, bards are a nice way to ease yourself in. There's people that, yeah, healers can be difficult. They can be very enjoyable. I'm not particularly wired for it. And then there's Daddy Meow, who lives for it. And people like Callie that seem to live for it too. Yes, she plays too. Yeah, I was telling him about Arcanist or Scholar Summoner last night too. But yeah, that's a good one to play. That's one that actually summons there's fairies for the eventual scholar that you turn into, and there's carbuncles and then they're elementals essentially um for the summoner. So yeah. And these days you don't have to worry about changing your spec with them. There was a point in time with the Arcanist, with the Scholar and Summoner, that you actually had to spend Grand Company seals, which is a currency that you get, to get a stone that let you change what your main attributes were, because you used to have to assign them. And because they shared, you had to flip and flop with it on a regular if you wanted to go from maining the summoner to maining the scholar and vice versa. It could be a real headache. It's a lot different than it was when it was first put in the game, and much more streamlined. Now, I am going to advise you that, though, although I play and we can play together, you might be better off with finding a different FC than the ones that we have, because several of us just bounce around to different servers and different games. Um, Civ is short for Civilization, and we play Civ 6 once in a while. If Cactuar was open for new players, I would have suggested that, because there is a few more people in that FC there, but that's mostly a family friends kind of FC. I can't speak for if they're open for more people. Probably are, actually, come to think of it. But That one's closed right now for new players. And you wouldn't get that Road to 90 bonus. Alright, so 4,500 left on this statue. Almost there. But yeah, we can help you start off. And we won't be offended if you decide to move to a more populated FC at some point. So don't feel like if you get growing pains that you can't spread your wings. But we're more than willing to help you get started. FC is short for free company, which is the game's term for a guild or a clan or whatever it might be in other games. Yeah, Merilith is a good one for if you want a house, and it does have that buff still. And you can always visit other worlds to get cues. So being that you've played World of Warcraft, you're probably already familiar with some of the terms that get used for the gaming lingo, like AoEs and stuff like that. But there will be some that are more general to just this game, just to 14. Alright, almost healed all up now. I guess I didn't need anywhere near as many heavens as I made. Yep, and it also means that for some stuff, you will want to go outside of the FC to find a group of players to do certain things with. Like, most of us don't do the extreme stuff that would be like, oh, what was it called? What is it called in World of Warcraft? I don't play Warcraft, so I'm just guessing at it. Like the epic stuff or something like that. Alright, let's see here. I got a lot more of those heavens than I actually needed. A lot more. And that's a-okay. Alright, we're gonna move those over. Merge those up. Move some of these coin vaults over here. And that's coming over here for bubbling purposes. And that'll come over here as well. This pond can come over here. All right. Piles of bricks. And we're going to bring these down here. So I want to be able to quickly clean up space for myself when I start working in the other area, because I'm going to be transferring eggs over here to make it easy to keep working in the other area. No, I don't want that. So I'm going to sit here and fill up this map with orbs. At the moment, that's what I'm going with. I could switch it up to bricks, but I've got a lot of bricks saved up right now, so I'm not going to worry about it so much. No, we're saying that if you decide that you need more people than us, we're not going to be offended. You are welcome to stay as long as you want. Just that we know that we don't do some of the stuff that some people enjoy, if that makes sense. So, hey, aren't we all? Aren't we all? But yeah, it's basically, we're just letting you know ahead of time that just because you start with us, if we're not enough for you, that we're not going to be offended if you have growing pains. Not that you necessarily will. And it is quite possible to do endgame stuff and the high level stuff, like the raiding, without being in an FC with all the people in your raid group. That's one of the really nice things. And that got moved over too. There we go. And that's a pond up there. Yeah, the big thing is you never are trapped in any part of the game. And we're friends with a lot of people that aren't even in the same FC as us. That's the beauty of it. It's a very social game. It is a very, very social game. Yep, like I said, was telling you earlier, there's some of us that play on JP, on OCE, and EU, and NA, because we don't mind having alts. But you can have everything on one character, just there's some limits to where you can travel. Yeah, Gleep started out as a merger and then got infected with Final Fantasy XIV. Alright, let's get some of this bubbled up. Where'd my apples go? There they are. Put it this way, I've been playing since like 2016, and I still haven't done everything. Part of that is probably because I play so many alts, but you know, I have fun. And there's no one right or wrong way to play. You might enjoy stuff that I don't enjoy. I might enjoy stuff that you don't end up enjoying. And that's okay too. Alright, I want these nests for later. Alright, get all these dragons down here so that they've got same level orbs. I'm gonna have to clean these up eventually, but we'll get there in a minute. She's talking about a retainer, which is a vendor that is a personal vendor that I've got stuck out in the yard on the FC house there. And I don't have bread stocked on it, even though it's sitting at a stand that looks like it's selling bread. And she teases me about it all the time. Which is fair. Alright. And that rock can come down here with all these other ones. That nest needs to come up there. So does that one. So you'll see why here shortly that I'm so concerned about keeping space clear over here. I'm going to be bringing eggs over for putting in storage. I'd rather have them all bubbled on the same land. But bread isn't good for chocobos. It makes them bloated. Oh, where did those go? Lost track of them. There they are. Flour, egg, breading. Alright, so there we go. We're gonna do that. And we'll bring these down. So he's trying to figure out what race he might want to make his character as. I have explained that there's Fantasias if he should decide to change at any point in time. Yeah, you're right. I could stream 14 as well. I just don't very often. I should stream it more. Even if it's just me doing like roulettes and stuff. Put these up here in the mushroom zone. I should go over and open up some land in Dawnvale. I can open up land over there. And it will do me a lot of good to do so. I've done that too, yeah. Heck, you never know. I might decide to make another low-level new character to go through some of the MSQ with you with. Although, you're apt to get ahead of me. Unless I get really sucked into that particular character, in which case, then there's no stopping me and I will just fly past you. As much as I try to resist the urge to. But the nice thing is, even if we're ahead of you, we can still do stuff with you. Also, Gleep, just as a heads up, he went ahead and bought the game without even doing the trial. One of these days I might actually play on one of my Lellas again. More than just a little bit. But most of the time I play on a Femro, a female Rogadin. Even though I have some of the other races. Usually if I'm streaming the MSQ, it's on my Aura. That might be something for me to do, though. I just had a thought. Probably should let them go. You know, most of the time when I have a thought, it should be let go. If you're not done downloading or you haven't decided on what you're making yet, when I get done here, maybe I'll pop in voice with you and stream the character creation and talk to you about the different things there, and you can get an idea of it before you start making one yourself. Um, that's a good question. And there's no right or wrong answer with that as long as you do take the time to learn the game. There are things that will help you learn mechanics and whatnot and stuff. The very early game, you don't have a lot of skills. So it's hit or miss on if you're learning it. I mean, you can always go into a thing that's called Palace of the Dead to experience the lowest levels of any job, to learn them from the ground up. Yeah, only one who can answer that's him. Hey, you can play however you want. Do you have a keyboard available though? Because there is a lot of in-game typing, and if you have a keyboard that you can plug into your plug in some way so that you can type easier, that might be useful for you so that you're able to more easily respond when people try to talk to you. Sorry, I just thought about that. I should have thought about that yesterday when we were talking about this. There's plenty of people that play with a controller that will have a keyboard just for being able to chat easily. All right, so that's fair. There are things that you can do. There's an in-game keyboard as well, I believe. At some point, you might want to get a keyboard, just a cheap one that you can hook in, just to make things easier for chatting, but it's not a requirement. Yep. Still easy enough to communicate, just that's something that might make it even easier for you in the future. Just a tip that I actually didn't learn until recently, that some of the people that I know that play on PlayStation, I didn't know they played on PlayStation because they had a keyboard just to talk. Oh wow. That I didn't know they had that. That's new. Or new to me. So yeah, that might help you not have to worry about stuff so much. Nifty. That might be how some people type so fast. All right. Now, you can come down in here somewhere. There it is. And that star can come over this way. I've got a lot of purple stars saved up in here too. All right, I need to sort out these hills a little bit. Hmm. Okay, that's not gonna work. I need to reposition stuff. We'll bubble these then. Okay, there we go. Do 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 do. Okay, so that's why I didn't know about it. That's a good feature though. I like that. Yeah, um you might end up using the crossbars and whatnot too. Controller is a little more tricky than keyboard mouse when it comes to having enough hotbars and being able to get all your skills where you want them. They're adjustable though for where you have stuff. Oh man. Who do I know that plays with a controller? I mean, there's Anna, but I think Meow might. They're Europeans though, so it might be hit or miss for when we can coordinate with them. Who do we know that uses controller on US servers? I don't know of anybody offhand. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'm overcomplicating things for myself. We'll figure it out. And if we don't, there's people we can ask. I'm sure we can find someone that knows. Alright, let's... Bubbling up all these 2x1s just by making sure there's nowhere for them to go. And then we'll switch to 2x2s. In case I should happen to need those. Not that I necessarily will, but, you know, I'll have them. And we'll just save. Whoops, clumsy. I was going to say we're just going to save these and those and this, that, and the other thing, but yeah. Bring that down here. Sell these orbs since I don't need the heals anymore. Sell those little hills. Now, if I buy eggs now, because I have Dawnvale, it sends them over there rather than to the main camp. It's kind of annoying. Kind of a little bit annoying. We're not gonna go up to fruit trees on those just because I don't want to deal with fruit right now. Eventually, though. And we'll bring these up here. Oh, look, another vault that can go to be sold off. Aww. Alright, let's bring these up here. Saving these decision egg things for when I'm ready to deal with them. And that's another flower that can come over here. Decision egg thingy. Now, that's another thing that's going over into the other camp now that I have the Dawnvale, is the decision eggs of all types go over there. Which, again, is annoying. And the super eggs and super egg fragments go over there. They're one of the few things that can't get transported back and forth besides the decision eggs. So, yeah, that's irritating as all heck. So I'm saving the decision eggs that are over here for as long as I can. And the eggs that are out in one camp seem to influence the eggs that are in the other ones. That's why I'm taking the time to bubble the ones that are over here. And I've still got more down here. But I do have a nest. Well, that's enough to Make a 5 merge there. And I'll deal with the rest of that later. Star can come down here. This is all eggs down here pretty much. And then this one cloud of bubbles there is 2. And then I've got the shop bubble that's just choked full of them. Anyways, all right, let's grab this reward, whatever it is. All right. Wherever it decided to stick that, there it is. Okay, that's a grass. We'll bring that over here. Figure it out later. I'm going to call that mostly cleaned up. There'll be a different kind of cleanup another time where I clean up the bubbles. Alright, so yeah. So how's everybody doing? I'm going to switch over to Dawnvale at this point. And you see the red exclamation? There's stuff that's coming over into there from what I did earlier. And what I did before I started the stream. So, stuff now, after you complete things, gets sorted into different locations that it goes to. If you've got Dawnvale, your currencies, so your coins, coin equivalents, your bricks, your gems are going to come over here. Stuff that's for the chains that are over here will come here. There's chests that are specific to this area. Decision eggs, eggs of all sorts basically will come over here. A lot of stuff is now coming to this new camp, in fact. If you make tier 2 nests, they come over here. Even if you're in the original camp, when you make them, it comes here. Yes, this is in beta for the time being. Yeah, it's fairly new. It's only like 2 or 3 weeks. And there's dragons that we're getting just from merging things over here. You have to have the full camp, the original camp, the dragon power to unlock all of it before you get access to this. You know, I tripped over the name of this for a little bit when it first came out. I kept wanting to call it Dragonvale rather than Dawnvale. You know, you might be counted lucky if you're not getting the betas for stuff. I don't have the beta on everything, and I'm not bothered by that. So, in this new camp I have, or this new game that I'm on, even though now I've got enough to open up everything on the original camp and have done so, I don't have all of the dragon power to open this, I'm sure. And I'm going to move some of these bubbles off of the land. Well, yeah. From where I've been harvesting stuff and the like. I've got a whole bunch of chests. I might actually do a video that's about the chests that I've gotten for what's in them. Just because it's a I'll spend the gems so you don't have to kind of thing. I know I've got a lot of purple stars, so I've got gems that are saved up for it. My dragon power is currently 439,517. So that should do a chunk. These are going to get left alone, I think, for now, as are these. I don't have anything to help me bubble in here other than doing the leave the map false merge thing. This is coming down here. This egg will come down here. I'm gonna... Yeah, I don't know how these are gonna be at the edges, so I'll bring these down here. And I'll zoom in so you can see what these actually are in a moment. Just, I have it zoomed out so it's easier for me to move things all off to the edge. Alright. No biting the lalas. If you don't bite them, they might give you cookies. At the very least, they'll give you a nice hard-boiled egg. Incidentally, if you eat food in the game, you can have up to an hour of XP buff just from having a food buff. It's like 3% XP, but it does add up. That's a box. That's coming over here. Coins can come over here. Alright, that's orbs basically that are floating around over here. So, zoom in here. Bunch of chests that are from harvesting off stuff, and they cost gems to open. They're like the regular chests. I've got some coins. These clear bubbles are the 4 square, the 2x2 nests from Shiny Days and like that. Another thing that's interesting is that the prices for your buildings are not the same as the prices for the same buildings in your camp, right? I might have to get some of these baby crabs. That is stinking cute. And I'm thinking they're like the topiaries, but I'm not sure. Oh, I can unlock more stuff here. Different boxes, and they're all gem ones. Okay. Diamond Mega Nest. That's pretty, but woo, that's a pretty big price tag. Alright, so... Oh. Wait a minute. Oh, that was a bug. Never mind. They are the same prices. That must have been a bug when I initially saw that. So the prices are linked between the storage buildings. I wonder if there's a way around that, though. Of course, there's bubbling them in the other and then come over here, but I wonder if you come in here without having gone to the camp when you first load up the game, if that'll register. I will have to test that. Show the crab again? All right. Let's see here. There's the crab. It's 10 gems for it. So yeah, you're getting close. Yes, it is adorable. I might get some eventually. All right. So That's another box that just got harvested. And that's gonna come over in that pile. Alright, so I can open up some land. And I've accidentally made my way all the way to the third bingo card. The bingos are annoying. They really are. So I'm going to open up some more land, since I can clear some. Healing it might be another story. But I do have this swarm of essences and other stuff I can merge up. Okay, apparently I can open up more spaces than I thought I could. Ooh, look at this. What have we got going on here? All sorts of things. Wonder what these locks are. Bygone dragon symbol. Huh. So what I'm getting is a feeling of, from previous experience in here, it's a little bit like the Wildlands, but also it's got elements of Arcadia going on in here. Oh, wow. How much of this have I got actually able to be opened? We'll go back over there in a little bit, because I'm sure that some of this was meant to be before this other corner. And I almost have to wonder if there's future ones beyond this that are already planned. I'm just thinking out loud here, but I kind of hope so. Oh my goodness. Because I'm half afraid that I've got enough dragon power already. Okay, I do not have enough dragon power for all of it just yet. So it doesn't count the dragon power you had before for what it shows for requirement, but then it shows it overall down here, so not quite a million there. Well, maybe next week I'll have it. I do gain dragon power quite quickly. I mean, this account is a little bit, it's like right around 4 months old. But I do have a little bit of work to do here. I've got these golden clouds that need to be cleared that apparently are from progressing the merges. But the Act 2 and all that, that definitely helps with getting the dragon power up. Even if all you do is play it for the points. Which is arguably the best way to play it, is play it for the points. Otherwise, easy enough to lose your mind on it. Alright, so we'll keep on going here. I almost have enough dragon power to heal everything that's not the special locks on him. Okay, so arguably looks like maybe by the time I get to a little bit over 1,000,000 dragon power, I should be able to finish all of it. And that might not take me as long as I'm afraid it would. Okay. And we see about these special keys. Let's see. Star-crafted Nexus. Item chain. Find the required wonder of this chain to unlock this area. Okay, yeah, that's very much an Arcadia kind of thing. Well, time to start. Clearing up some land. Throw that in storage. I really wish I had a way to bubble things. Besides the very basic methods. And light exotic flowers level 2. Ah, they've got harvests in them. Let's tap them out. Hmm. I hate doing 3 merges, but sometimes it's just necessary. And there's one of the new eggs, water wing dragon egg. We'll stick that in storage so that it can go back to the regular camp. Or original flavor camp. Alright, keep on going here. Can't merge the fruits. Get those. Tap those off. Merge these little essence stones. That gives me some more of those. And I've got these crystal seeds to merge up, and that gives me crystal roots. Let's get some more of these out and see what those do. That time it gave me the exotic flowers. 3, 4, and 5. And another one of those vaults. Sell it for now. I'm sure I can get more. Another egg, we'll stick that in there. I'm sure more of those get harvested. That can come over here. Excuse me, Granny. Another egg. You just get eggs from harvest or from merging stuff. How nice is that? Alright, we're gonna false merge bubble some of this stuff to get room. And go back in there. You know, just because I need some room. No, we're not doing that. And again, and get back in here. So what do you guys think of this? Have you got the Dragonvale? Or, not Dragonvale, Dawnvale? If you have it, do you like it? Now, I know I have more of these. Where did I put them? Down here. Just saving those up for a bit. Excuse me, dragons. And we'll bubble one of those just to make room. Hey, Boop, how you doing? So yeah, this account is like 4 months old, maybe 4.5. Yeah, closer to 4.5. But still, there's another one of those. I really wish there was a way to bubble because I want to bubble these, or bubble the eggs and whatnot since they're not mergeable. No, I don't want to waste it on that. Take care of some of these. Oh, let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 more levels of these to go, and then we'll have it. I remember you telling me about him. How's he doing? He get along with everybody? I'm doing alright too. So yeah, I'm getting there. These are actually harvesters. I'm gonna stick that down here and this over here. Two, three. I am just choking on these decision eggs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Grab one of these. Yeah, I want to get on top of these bubbles that I do have just a little bit from where I've harvested things. Excuse me. I wish you guys would stop harvesting stuff. And merge those. And there's another egg, a wooden spirit egg. Stick that in storage. Another egg, stick that in storage. I'll grab one of those just to make that quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're gonna travel out and do that fake merge. I can imagine. Alright, I've got one of those there. And we can merge those. And I also don't really want to open these boxes, but I do have one of them that, or two of them, that are the max size, the Magnificent Eventful chests. So I might have to open one of those, and we'll grab that. Heck with it, we'll get that back out. Get rid of that dimensional jar. We're gonna do that world trip thing so I can bubble one of those, and that will help save a spot temporarily. Alright, let's keep on going here. Technically, this is a camp cleanup in this too. And we'll bring that orb down here so that I can merge those. How much is that? 52 gems for that. Ooh. Hold on a second. Alright. And somewhere in there I got another chest. Well, that's gonna go away. That one's gonna go away. And these are pretty much harvesting out higher levels most of the time. At least the level 1s of the lava gates now. Because they're a higher level in that chain. Excuse me, no, I don't need you guys harvesting. Alright, merge those up. Oh, wow. So, Wrathful Volcano. And how much are these? Ooh, 75 for the level 6 there. I'm getting rid of that. And these are 2x1s. Okay. I can bubble those easily. I just need to make sure there's nowhere for them to go. There's one. Alright. I gotta bring that down here. What level of stuff do you harvest, though? That's what I want to know. Looks like 2 people were harvesting off of that. Oh, and there's a box. Okay. Dragon vault, or dragon nest vault there. Yeah. And that gave me hearts. That goes over there. Okay. So what does this want? Hidden Temple of Doom. Hehe, cute. Alright, so that's a little bit further up that chain. Is that going to open any of these up? Yes, no, maybe so? No. No, okay, but it does have something to tap off of it. Alright. You guys have filled things up. Bubble that. Hey, dragon, you're gonna go away. That comes down here for now. Merge those on up. You need to stop harvesting things. I didn't ask you to do that. You can chill. Because I want to see what's... No, 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 no. No. No, dragon. Bad dragon. No. 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 Stop it. Get lost, all of yous. Shoo. Shoo. Alright, so this says to tap on it, this wrathful volcano. Darkens the sky with ash. Oh. What? Oh! That's pretty. Look at this cloud. This cloud is pretty. It's good. Okay, so that... Okay, and it spat out a gilded ash soil. With destruction comes bountiful beauty. That's pretty. Oh, look at this volcano. That's so cool. Yeah, you guys need to chill. I don't want you doing that. I want you on that. On this, gilded ash soil. I want to know what's in that. Go away. Oh, okay. It's, geode. Now that it's let me see the thing that I was after, and that can be merged. Okay. Well, for now, it's going to get bubbled. That might be my route to Marcus V method in these. Duly noted. All right. Yes, yes. And that's looks like it's a sport out of those, so it's not the main, it's the cloud thing. It's the cloud chain from the hills. You can deal with that. And it feels like I'm getting a little more room as I'm going too. Excuse me. Dragons, quit harvesting things. It's not what I asked you to do. Stop. They need chill pills. Alright, just fill that in. She's gotta keep juggling stuff. Excuse me. Stop. Thank you. Go away. You can go away too. All of you. Just shoot. Stick that in storage. No. No. Listen to me, just sitting here scolding my dragons for being in the way. For doing what they do best. No. And quick world to make space by bubbling one, at least temporarily. Oh my goodness. He is a growing, isn't he? Okay. And we'll 5 merge those. Excuse me, no. Put that away. That's a 10. And that's a 5. Put that egg in storage as well. Take one of those. And travel so that I can bubble one of those. I definitely need more of these so that I can try for the Marcus V method. I need 2 more of those cloud dispensers. Get out of the way. All of you, get out of the way. Excuse me. Dang it, dragons. You're in my way. And we'll bubble one of these. I really would rather be able to bubble 2 things and not have to leave the camp, the Dawnvale, to do it. But, you know, it's what I've got for now. If needs must, we do what we gotta do. And needs must. For now. Alright. And we'll bring that out. Get rid of that. 1. And back I go. I'm holding off on doing merges until the next shiny day, so that I've got a bigger chance for the shinies on stuff. I really hope that and wish that once we master a shiny and the entirety of a chain, that they would stop giving the announcement if they won't do it any other time. Alright, let's see. I had more of those down here, didn't I? Yes and no. Yes. Looks like it's one of those. Now, I'm not sure if that's the 2x... Yeah, it looks like it, so I'm just going to stick it over by it. Technically, I've gotta... Okay. Yes, I do have a... Ooh. And it gave me one of the 2x2s. Ooh. Woohoo. Woohoo. I am very much liking that. Let's see, that's a 10. I am very happy with that. We'll shove these over here. All right. Let's get these out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And there's a 5. And there's a 5. And eggs that will go in storage. I did suck it up and buy some of the expansions for the egg storage again, so that I've got some room for stuff. Should have left those bubbled. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Let's just get some of these out and mix 10. No. Let me get through some of this stuff. No. 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 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. An egg. No. No. Don't even think about it. I'm sitting here scolding my dragons, like usual. Another egg. No. No. And we'll merge those up. I know I could tap out fruit from these for him to harvest, but I'm not too overly concerned with that right now. I mean, it is heals, but I'm wondering if higher levels of them don't give me better. Flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Grab 1. 5. That's a higher level fruit. That's a slightly leveled up orb. Okay. Let's merge these on up. Same level of fruit. Not a big fuss there. I'm not going to worry too much about how much goes into the heels. Don't want to use the decision eggs on those just yet. I really don't need to. I'm sure I'll get plenty more where they came from. Excuse me, excuse me. And we'll merge those, and that's a 5 merge in there. And that's 2 more of the eggs. I'm loving this, that merging is giving the eggs. Do I have 2 of them? Yes. Oh, they're not the right one. Never mind. That's a 3, and that's 3s. They're just ready with the fruits. Okay. I thought I had another one of those. There it is. Two, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. I need another spot. Oh, that's where we get the essences from. And the orbs is from these fruits. And they do take a little while to recharge. You can't just sit here and harvest them. Which is okay. That's kind of more in line with the recharging that goes on in the old wildlands. I'm okay with that. For now. I'm sure there'll come a time where I feel like that's holding me back. For now, it's okay. 500 for some of these heals. Excuse me? 50s. Okay. Excuse me. Geodes. Excuse me, I wanted the thing behind you. Stop. Stop. I didn't want you on that. I really am just chiding my dragons quite frequently here. Yeah. That's a higher fruit. They recharge at a decent rate. I'll merge those up. Excuse me, you got underfoot there, dragon. Oh, nice. That gave me a purple orb off that one. Alright, I need to go up this chain. There's quite a bit to this chain. Okay. Well, I can see I'll be working at these for quite some time. What are these? I've got a few of these floating around. What kind of dragon is that? It's a plant, is what it is. I wonder if that's what the crabs go with. Time will tell. Cannot wait till I can bubble these decision eggs. Cannot wait. And yes, I know I should be merging these orbs up, but I'm kind of limited on how much room I have. This Dragon Super Diamond nest vault is locked. 320 gems. I am not opening it right now. That's for sure. I'm not saying I won't open it in the future. I don't want to, but I probably will, just to show it so that we know what's in it. So it's an informed decision for other people. I'll save a bunch of those up and a bunch of gems up, and that way I can make a whole video with them in the future. And we'll bring these over. And we'll merge those up. Merge those up. Excuse me, dragon. Eight, 9, and 10. All right, let's see here. Oh my goodness, I saw the pictures of the kitty. Isn't he precious? He is a lovely big boy you've got there. All right, let's see. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about those just yet. Pop those out there. I almost want to get those 3 out so that I can do the bubbling with them. Excuse me. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. These are ones I could just straight up collect. Okay, I'll take them. All right, and tap those out. Put that egg in storage. Excuse me. Dragon. Excuse me, dragon. No. Nope. I want to get behind you. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And a 5 there. And a 5 there. So I get a 5 there. So I got 2. Dragons, come on. Stop. Only do the things I tell you to do. Silly dragons. Move these over. So it looks like my main focus for a little while is going to be working on this chain so that I can get it maxed out. And that's not going to happen tonight, even though I've got a couple of those. Oh, is that what I needed for the bingo? No. I need a higher level for the bingo. Okay. Well, I've got 2 days, almost 2 days left, so... Well... We'll just keep working at it. Might have to get a couple of those out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, I'm popping these out. 3. Oh, there was other stuff in there. Oops. I've made a mess. And I'll have to clean it up. That's a guess. Ooh, ooh. 1 and 2. Seeding dragon plant. Level 5. Harvest this plant. What did that just give me? Found ring. A beautiful ring lost to the ages. Okay. Whole other chain. I don't know if I'm ready for this. And small amber log. Harvest for some spiked sproutlings. Oh, I don't need more chains. I got enough going on. Right? I've got enough going on. Oh, let's see here. I'll cope with it, though. There's a lot going on. That's 2 more of those. Is that one of these? No. Awakened Hydra Greenery. That's the wonder for that. Holy cow. Okay, that's a ways away. We're just gonna bring these over and merge those up. Okay. Fruiting dragon plant. Does that do anything for any of these? No. Okay. So it's a little bit longer of a haul than I was first thinking this one was gonna be. I'm okay with this. Alright, you guys come over here. Spiked sproutling. And that's a whole nother chain. Okay, dangerous trees. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Excuse me. Stick that away. Okay. Another geode. And it's very limited number of dragons we actually have out here. We'll merge those up. Spiked sapling. It's not the kind of spike you build a hut with. Okay. Okay, I'm easily amused. A geode. Hey, I can't merge those? What the? Ah, they're tappable. That's what that is. And artifact mystery egg. Yeah, we'll put you away too. Oh. And the thing is, you've got to tap them out or you're not going to get. And they wouldn't have a chance to replenish. Alright. Merge those. Okay. I guess they don't replenish. They get used up in that case. Okay. We'll bring these over. I've got more of those somewhere. 1, 2 that are daily reward ones. We'll bubble some of these. So yeah, I've got my work cut out for me here. Well, I know what I'll be doing for the foreseeable future is working on some of these chains. Put that down here with these. Merge those. 5 merge there. And those, and these, and these for 2 more of that. Switch those around. There we go. Okay. No, I don't want the chest. What is this? Amber log, level 3, spiked sproutlings. Okay. Cannot be merged. Do that. Alright, so I've kind of cleaned up what I had going on before. I should have paid more attention earlier that those couldn't be merged, those geodes. Alright. Might want to contrive to have those actually be bubbled more often than not. I'll deal with it as it comes along. And since C's seem to be infinite, I'm not going to worry about the 3 merges so much. Put that in storage. I got a bunch of geodes down here. I could go through them. But I'm kind of liking this chain. I'm more interested in this chain currently. I'm going to bring you down here. Store the egg. Another geode. Alright, so 4 seems to be the magic number of dragons that are out in this. Did it 3 or 4? Yeah. At any one given time. I wouldn't mind having more than that out. Not too many more, but I wouldn't mind more. 5. And that's a 5. Get rid of that dimensional jar. Yeah, 4 of them seems to be the limit. Let's tap this out and just stuff these in the storage if I don't have a 5 merge. Just to get that out of the playfield. And I think that might be something that I do is keep it full with harvestable things and then just sit here and grind it out more stuff for a particular chain until I get to where I can bubble it, and then it might be a little bit easier. But yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, is leave like a few of these fruit out here so I can easily harvest them out to clean this up when I'm ready to. Okay. I want that out, and how about a couple of these bigger ones as well. Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing for a while as I work my way through this and just keep track of where my piles are. Alright guys, I'm gonna wrap up here with this first taste of the Dawnvale and having cleaned up my camp somewhat. I will have lots of stuff to do in my camp that's just going to be even more tedious, but it'll get easier as I clear out this as well. And once I clean things up, I'll be able to tackle working on the wonders over there. So now that I've got all the land cleared, I can move on to bigger and better things and work on getting a little more dragon power for over here for clearing out more land too. I'll do some more of these sometime. Alright, thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll see you again soon. Love y'all loads, and bye for now.